Okay. We have a quorum. We're gonna call the finance meeting to order.
Would you like me to call the roll? Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Okay, Representative Howard,
Here, present.
Mr. Lawson, Dr. Morris,
Present.
Mr. Smith,
Present.
and Mr. Green. Okay. You have a quorum.
Okay. We're gonna move on. Do I have a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved. Again.
Okay. Probably move in second. You call the roll. All in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Move on. Adopt the minutes from this September the 14th meeting. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve. Second.
Properly move in second that we adopt the minutes from the September meeting. All in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Moving on to item 4. Matters referred from the Board of Directors. Discuss previous motion. We don't have any. Okay, we don't have any. We'll move on to the monthly financial report. Ms. Andrews.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to call your attention first to page 7. Since we didn't get to meet last month, I have 2 months worth of financials to report on. So first, starting with the month of August. August brings us to 17% of completion for our fiscal year. We ended up with a net income of about 4.1 million. Our total revenue period to date is 6.8. Again, you see that against what we budgeted or anticipated was 9.2. Total expenses, 2.8, rounding up against our budget, well, actual 5.31. And again, and I misspoke, we budgeted 42.5 for each of those. Paid today to RATP Dev is a little over 35 million. That next section breaks out those categories you guys want to see more of. Anything annotated with a star, we've included the billing invoices for that month. We have no past donations to report for this period. And the reason for that nice little net income is we received the
Join the meeting.
We did a billing to Richland County for 6.5 million. Any questions for August? If
Question, hearing none, move on.
All right. If not, our next category, next set begins at page 46. Page 46 reports on September. September brings us to 25% of our fiscal year complete. Our net income for that period is now almost 950,000, year to date at 3.3 million. Total revenue, 3.4 million. That brings our actual to a little over 10.5. Again, against our budget of 42.55 million. That reflects about 22% of our annual budget. Our total expenses for the period are 2.7 million, year to date at 8.10, which reflects about 17% of our annual budget. Paid to date to our contract operator, RATP Dev, is almost 39 million. Next section again reflects on those categories you guys want to see more detail behind. So they're listed here, what we paid for that month, and also included the invoices for the month. Again, no past donations, and total collections from the penny money still the same as August. We billed out a 6.5 in August, which brings us to a total, well, remaining balance of a little over 130 million. Any questions for August or September?
Okay.
If not, that's the end of my report.
Okay, thank you very much for that report. Moving on. DBE report.
Okay, good morning.
Well,
The DBE report is found on pages 84 through 91 of the finance packet, and the report reflects 2 months for the period in August and September of 2022. And I just want to flip to pages 88 through 89, which is the most recent summary, and a quick snapshot of all vendors with a DBE goal. And as of September 30th, the company had paid approximately $43.5 million to vendors with DBE goals, and of this amount, approximately 10.9 were paid to DBEs, and this calculates to approximately 24.9% for an overall agency goal. And on pages 90 through 91 is information relevant to our contractor, RATP Dale, and their payments to DBE firms. And on page 90, it reflects data from the start of the contract, which was July 1st, 2020, and it goes up through September 30th. And the company had paid approximately $38.9 million to RATP Dale. And when you calculate this on a cumulative basis, it comes to 22.1%. And I also want to share that I had reported in the past, the contract ending of the term date for capital building services with RATP Dale, and they were working on this contract. The general manager informed me that everything now is in the hands of the DBE firm, Capital Building Services, to just execute. And the term will be the same as the contract with the Comet. And as I mentioned earlier, I think some months back, RATP Dale will be looking at all their contracts on an annual basis, even though the contract period says it's the same period as the contract with the Comet. They're going to just follow up with everyone on an annual basis. This ends the DBE report, unless there are questions.
oh, thank you very much. On page 87, I noticed that DBE goal achieved is 55.5%. Is that accurate?
Well, the reason why is that high because this is just based on the fiscal year starting July 1st of this
okay.
fiscal year.
All right.
And what happened during July, the Comet didn't pay RATP Dale any monies in July. So therefore, you're only looking at, I guess, payments just for August and September. I'm sorry, July, August. Well, this is up through August. So that's why it's so high, because there was basically only 1 month of payments that the Comet made.
Okay, okay.
So it's kind of like, I think because of the time period, just the numbers kind of like off, but it should level out, because when you go to the end of September, it's at 28%.
Oh, I see, I see. So basically, this is covering 2 months.
Yes,
Okay. Okay.
it's covering 2 months, but we didn't have a payment.
Yeah,
The Comet didn't pay anything in July, because we made 2 payments in June.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. Any question?
Real quick, that timing issue notwithstanding, it looks to me like we're seeing improvement. Is that the case, or is it too early to tell? And then if it is the case, what do you see as the area where we're getting more DBE participation than we thought?
In terms of the cumulative total, is at 22.1%, but when you look at the fiscal year, which is kind of like starts like, are you talking about the fiscal year?
Yeah,
Fiscal year starts July. So it's kind of probably too early to tell, because
right.
for the month, for the one that you see here, where it was 55%, we only had 1 month to report. So it wasn't really a good indication. So when we go into the month of September, it goes to 28%. So that's a little better indication, but you probably won't really see a good indication until you're a few months into the fiscal year.
Okay.
So I'm continuing to meet with the management team of RATP Dale on a monthly basis and to look at the DBE goal.
Thank you.
Any more questions? All right, thank you. We're moving on to legal contractual personnel matters.
I think you skipped.
Oh,
one.
I'm sorry.
Number 7.
Number 7,
Yes.
discussion and action item. Mr. Deschamps?
Well, actually, that was something that you asked me to put together,
Yes.
which was basically you wanted to see what we were paying to RATP Dev versus what they were paying to TCS. So starting at page 92, gives you all that information. So, not sure if anybody had time to digest to ask any questions, but starting off, I asked RATP Dev to send me how they pay TCS. So that first section is their range of whatever, based off of the service hours that TCS performs. The second one is and theirs are a little more expansive than the comments. The second section is the comments matrix that we recently approved, going back through a renegotiation of rates. So that second section is the comments matrix of what we pay to TCS based off of volume. The third section is what was billed to the comment from RATP Dev in FY 22 up through the first 2 months of FY 23. And then from there, in that same third section, but the second part of it to the right is what RATP Dev paid to TCS.
All right,
Whole
and
lot
this-
of numbers, but that's all there.
Yeah, this was strictly for information.
Yes.
We're not digging any deeper into that.
Now you just wanted to
We
see.
pay the contractor, and then the contractor pays subcontractor. We'll leave it at that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's move on to the next section, which is legal contractual personnel, number 8. I think we need to go into executive session since this is a contractual matter. Do I have a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Have a second. Proper move and second to go into executive session for the number 8 chair, legal contractual matters. With all in favor, vote by saying aye. Aye.
Dr. Is there anybody who wants to stay or?
Motion is carried, so we will go into executive session at this point. Let me see, this is Deschamps, who do we need here?
Myself, Roslyn, and Michelle for.
Just put-
This,
If you.
I don't have a
You
problem.
don't have a problem?
All the staff remaining,
Jack, he said he doesn't have a problem.
any board member?
You can say.
And then we have, Dr. Morris, we have Ms. Heiser on the line.
Yes, I forgot, so busy looking around, the people who are here. I forgot to say good morning, Attorney Heiser and Mr. Smith. Good morning.
Okay, give me a
Morning.
second so I can move them into the rooms.
Okay, anyone else on purchase?
I have Ms. Willis from Finance.
Okay, good morning, Ms. Willis.
Good morning. Pearson and Ms. Raypo.
Who?
Ms.
Amherst.
Pearson, Alicia Pearson and Amherst Raypo.
Okay, those are staff.
Staff.
Okay. We're just waiting until Ms. Bino Reed get us all connected.
redo.
We need a motion to come out of executive session. It was not recorded, so we have to do it over.
Mr. Howard, you made the motion.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am. Make a motion that we come out of executive session. That's what we do.
Yes.
Okay. Second.
And Mr. Smith second.
Right.
Mr. Smith, you second?
Yep.
It has been properly moved and second that we come out of the executive session. Those in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye has it, so we are now out of executive session. We did not cover anything in executive session. So we did not agree to anything in the executive session, so we need a motion to adjourn.
The move.
Second.
Probably moving second that we adjourn. All in favor, vote by saying aye. Aye. Ayes have it. Thank you very much, all of you. Have a nice day. Really appreciate your effort. Thank you.
Thank y'all. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.